hello to the future. Gabriel Saint here, writer, artist, director, working out of Los Angeles, California. And today, we're going to kill our darlings. I mean, it sucks. You could write the best line of dialogue you've ever written. You can shoot the most cinematic shot of your life. You can really nail that perfect nose, but if it's in the wrong place or it's not really working for the rest of the project, the piece, or the portrait, sometimes you have to cut it. Even if it's good, it could be pulling attention in the wrong direction. Sometimes you create a context where something in the piece of art kind of belongs to you and less to the piece of art, less to the audience's interpretation. As an artist, you'll fall in love with the moments and you'll get attached to the time, and you want to keep it all. I mean, you spent your time and your passion on it. But as an artist, your job isn't to hoard. Your job is to find the perfect parts of your self-expression to share as the final piece of art. Your job is to mine the moments for the perfect pieces. And basically, your job is to serve the whole. Serve the song, serve the piece of art, serve the film, serve the dialogue, serve the actors. Sometimes serving yourself is not aesthetic, not needed, not attractive in a piece of art. I'm not saying remove your self-expression, but find the line between your ego and your soul. Starve the ego, feed your soul. And unfortunately, it's not always about what you love. It's about what works. There's kind of an ego death in it, letting go of something that you were passionate about, that you put time into, that looks good, that you like, and you still have to let it go. It takes practice. We call it killing your darlings, but think of it less about killing your art and more about revealing your art. You're carving it out. You're sharpening it. You have to let it breathe. Everything needs a rest, a breath to gain life. Think of the art that you're creating as a sculpture, and some of the work is mining the marble, and some of the work is removing all the pieces of marble that don't need to be there to reveal the statue underneath. Art is mostly a game of numbers, a game of reduction. If I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. Most screenwriters will say that writing a short film is more difficult than writing a long film. Painting a captivating minimalist piece is sometimes more difficult than a captivating piece with lots of detail. Sometimes your favorite part of a piece could just be a distraction. Maybe it belonged to an older version of the idea. It was perfect then, but the piece has changed and it doesn't fit anymore. You have to let it go. You have to fall in love with the piece as a whole and not as the individual parts. It's tough to know when to cut stuff, and it's a game of learning to trust your gut, trust your instinct, enjoy the negative space, find the silence, find the dynamics, louder louds, quieter quiets, darker darks, lighter lights. If something doesn't fit, if there's a dissonance, usually you can feel it, you'll notice it. The pacing feels weird, the tone breaks, the flow gets interrupted. That might be your cue. Something here that I love getting in the way. And the piece that you love that has to come out, save it, archive it, remember it, give it its homage, but cut it. You'll learn discipline. You'll refine your taste. You'll learn to serve something larger than your ego, serving a piece of art rather than yourself. The most powerful thing you can do for your art is make it all about the art and less about yourself. I'm not saying remove the self-expression, but focus on the expression and then the aesthetic. It's going to hurt, it's going to suck, and you're going to miss the parts of the piece of art that you loved when you cut them. You might have to paint 10 pictures to get the best one. You might have to draw that eye 50 times on the portrait to get it perfect. You might have to go through your movie and edit it 100 times. You might have to rewrite those lyrics or redesign that level. You might have to redraw that character from every angle until you understand it, and then throw all of those drawings away. Art is a numbers game. And the more you create, the more you find yourself. The more you find the piece of art, the more you find the details that matter to you in the long run. You know, you have recency bias. Like the newer stuff is the more exciting stuff. And so that's what I like now. But in a longer timeline, which pieces stick? Which details need to stay and which details can you let go? You know, it'll hurt and it'll suck, but you'll be proud that you were able to make the decision to cut. You know, it takes some confidence. It takes a leap of faith to go against your ego, but you'll get better at killing your darlings. And your art will progress because of it. And you'll get better at it. You know, killing your darlings is really just a self-critique. It's a way to look at your own work and say, hey, I get it, this is great, and you spent time on it, and you're passionate, but do we need it? You know, and critiquing yourself is painful. It hurts. It hurts when people critique you. Critiques hurt, but you get better at it. You build a toolbox where you can use these critiques that you've given to yourself or that you've got from other people, and you become a better artist and you become a better person, you know, because every art is the same, and life in a way is an art form. So sometimes in your life, you got to learn when to let things go, when things aren't working. You have to make some decisions that you're not sure about in order to try multiple options in order to figure out who you are. You know, Miles Davis says, man, it takes a long time to sound like yourself. You know, kill your darlings. Not because you want to, but because the work deserves it. So don't forget, if you're having a bad day, a bad week, dealing with stress from school or work or relationships or just from yourself, give yourself some grace. Take it easy on yourself. Take it out on art. Thanks for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on Discord, on Twitch. See you soon. Take it out on art.